Simple, everyday hairstyles for women over 60, quick and elegant looks you'll love. Have you ever noticed how something as simple as doing your hair, something you've done thousands of times in your life, can suddenly feel overwhelming after 60? It's not just about your hair changing, it's about your relationship to beauty evolving in ways no one really talks about. You look in the mirror and wonder, why does this feel like work now? Why does something that used to come so easily now feel like a chore? The truth is, your hair hasn't betrayed you. It's just asking you to meet it where you are now, not where you were 20 years ago. And that's exactly what this video is about. Today, we're going to explore simple, everyday hairstyles made specifically for women over 60. Not trendy fluff, not styles meant for magazine covers, but grounded, elegant, real-life looks that flow with your life, not against it. No more battles with the blow dryer. No more feeling like your hair doesn't cooperate. Just 5-minute styles, flattering cuts, and heat-free tips that embrace your natural beauty, because you've earned the right to stop fighting it. And before we dive in, let me say this. Welcome to the Timeless Wise channel, a place where beauty isn't defined by youth, but by presence. We believe in hair that tells the truth, in silver strands that shine with grace, and in everyday rituals that remind you of who you are, not who you're expected to be. If you're new here, I invite you to join our growing community of radiant, wise women who are rewriting the rules on style and self-expression. Click that subscribe button and tap the little bell, so you never miss our daily videos filled with beauty insights, inspiration, and confidence for women who are truly coming into their own. And while you're here, I'd love to hear from you. Speech balloon, tell us in the comments, what city are you watching from? It's beautiful to see women from around the world connecting, sharing, and reminding each other that aging isn't something we hide from, it's something we rise into. So let's begin. Let's talk about how to make peace with your hair again, how to simplify your mornings without sacrificing elegance, and how the right hairstyle can quietly shift the way you carry yourself. You don't need more products, more time, or more pressure. You just need styles that work for you right now, exactly as you are. Ready to fall in love with your hair again? Let's begin. 1. The secret to effortless hair after 60. It's not about doing more, but understanding more. What if the real secret to beautiful hair after 60 isn't about trying harder, but about finally understanding what your hair is asking for? That's the quiet truth no one tells us when we cross into this new chapter of beauty. Your hair, like your life, no longer wants to be forced into anything. It wants to be worked with, not against. Maybe it's thinner, maybe it's lost some of its bounce, or maybe it just doesn't behave like it used to. That's not a flaw, it's evolution. And like all evolution, it asks us to adapt with kindness. Instead of fighting for volume, start placing it strategically. Instead of clinging to routines from your 40s, start asking, what feels easy today? Because effortless hair isn't born from 45 minutes of styling. It's born from choosing a cut that flows with your texture, a length that doesn't pull your face downward, and a routine that leaves you room to breathe. Think of soft layers that move when you do, or gentle waves that don't require a curling iron to feel alive. When your hair moves with ease, so do you. And here's the magic. When your hair stops feeling like a burden, you start stepping into the world a little more lightly, a little more freely. That glow people notice. It's not the product, it's peace. The kind of peace that comes from letting go of old rules and stepping fully into the beauty of who you are now. So next time you run your hands through your hair and feel frustrated, ask yourself, am I working with my hair or against it? Because once you make that shift, even the simplest mornings can start with a moment of joy instead of a battle with the mirror. And that, dear friend, is the real beginning of effortless beauty. 2. 5-minute hairstyles that change everything, because grace should never feel rushed. Have you ever looked at the clock, realized you're already running late, and thought, there's no time to do my hair? Now imagine a world where 5 minutes is not a constraint, but a gateway to elegance. That's what these everyday styles offer, a chance to feel graceful, even on the busiest of mornings. Take the soft, low bun, for instance. A twist at the nape, a couple of loose strands left out near your cheeks, and suddenly you look polished, intentional, and calm, even if you still haven't had your coffee. Or the half-up twist, which lifts the top section of your hair back with a clip or barrette, subtly lifting your features along with it. No fuss, just form and function in perfect balance. For those with shorter cuts, a dab of texturizing paste and a flick of your fingers through the crown can turn bedhead into boldness. What all of these have in common is not just their speed, it's their dignity. They don't try too hard, and that's exactly why they work. These aren't styles that hide your age or attempt to mask your texture. They embrace it, and in doing so, they say something quietly powerful. I know who I am, and I don't need an hour to prove it. When you walk out the door with hair that feels like it belongs to your day, not someone else's idea of what's trendy, you start the day with ownership, not obligation. So if you've ever told yourself you don't have time to feel elegant, these styles are your gentle rebellion. They whisper back, you do, and it only takes 5 minutes. Why the right haircut isn't just a style, it's a quiet revolution. What if your haircut could change not just your look, but the way you move through the world? Many women don't realize that the right haircut at this stage of life isn't about impressing anyone. It's about aligning with the life you're actually living now. A haircut that works with your days, not against them. And too often, we hold onto styles that belong to a woman we used to be, long, heavy layers that pull down already softened features, or styles that require more energy than we're willing to give them anymore. But the moment you sit in a chair and say, I want something that fits me now, everything shifts. For women who are always on the move, a soft chin-length bob with face-framing layers might be the best decision they've made all year. It grows out well, needs no styling tools, and makes your cheekbones smile again. For others, the pixie cut, once seen as bold, becomes liberating. With the right texture and length, it transforms into a badge of confidence, clean, chic, and quietly striking. Or maybe you're someone who still loves the idea of some length, but doesn't want the hassle. Shoulder-length lobs with soft, wave-friendly layers are a gift. The key isn't the trend. The key is the shape. The shape that balances your bone structure, respects your lifestyle, and gives you back the time you didn't realize you'd been sacrificing. And when your hair is shaped with care, it becomes something deeper than appearance. It becomes ease, energy, expression. So if your current cut makes you feel invisible or just meh, this might be your gentle nudge. Because the right haircut isn't just maintenance, it's freedom. It's looking in the mirror and saying, yes, this is who I am now. And that's one of the most beautiful affirmations a woman over 60 can give herself. For styling without heat, because your hair deserves gentleness, not war. What if the best thing you could do for your hair was to stop trying so hard? After 60, the texture of our hair changes. It becomes finer, drier, more delicate. And yet, so many of us still reach for the same hot tools and styling routines we used in our 40s, hoping to wrestle our hair into a version of youth that no longer serves us. But your hair isn't resisting because it's difficult. It's resisting because it's asking for gentleness. That's why heat-free styling is no longer just a choice. It's a gift to yourself. Start with something simple, air drying with intention. After your shower, apply a soft leave-in conditioner and use your hands to shape your natural waves or volume. Scrunch lightly, coax the movement, not control it. Or try overnight styling. Twist damp hair into 2 loose buns before bed, and in the morning, wake up to soft, effortless waves that look romantic without any heat involved. Shorter hair, use a bit of mousse or texturizing spray through your fingers, lift at the crown, create gentle direction. And don't underestimate the joy of accessories. A well-placed clip, a silk scarf, Even a soft headband can lift a look from tired to timeless in seconds. But the real transformation isn't just in your hair, it's in your mindset. When you stop burning, flattening, and forcing your hair, you begin to see its texture not as a flaw, but as a form of expression. And here's a beautiful truth: your natural texture carries the history of you. Every silver strand, every twist or softness, it all tells your story. So let it be. Because sometimes the most elegant thing a woman can do is stop fighting the mirror and start listening to it instead. 5. The magic of texture, when movement says more than perfection ever could. Have you ever wondered why some women, even with the simplest haircut, still seem to radiate life and lift? The secret is texture, gentle, deliberate, graceful texture. It's the one element that doesn't just style your hair, it breathes energy into it. After 60, when hair begins to lose volume at the crown and weight around the ends, texture becomes less of a detail and more of a solution. Soft, blended layers create movement, allowing light to dance along silver strands and bringing freshness to even the most classic cuts. If your hair is straight, layers help prevent it from lying flat, giving the illusion of natural fullness. If your hair has some wave, texture shapes that wave into something lively and sculpted, and even for fine or thinning hair, strategic layering can bring lift without sacrificing density, especially when cut by a stylist who understands the subtle needs of mature texture. But the real magic, it's emotional. Hair that moves, that floats, that catches the wind, it speaks of freedom, of lightness, of a woman who no longer feels the need to hold herself in. So many of us have spent decades trying to perfect our appearance, sleek, smooth, controlled. But what if beauty wasn't about control? What if it was about allowing your hair to express what you've grown into: resilience, softness, motion? And here's the best part: texture isn't demanding. Once your haircut is shaped for movement, you won't need daily styling marathons. It falls where it needs to, it lifts where it flatters, and it flows with your life. So the next time you sit in the salon chair, ask for movement. Ask for layers that don't just shape your hair, but your presence. Because when your hair moves with grace, your whole spirit follows. And in a world that's obsessed with stillness and smoothness, there's nothing more powerful than a woman who lets her beauty move. 6. Common hair mistakes after 50, and the gentle art of letting them go. What if the real reason your hair isn't working for you anymore has nothing to do with age, and everything to do with old habits? The truth is, many women over 50 are still styling their hair the way they did in their 30s, holding onto outdated products, lengths, and routines that no longer serve the life they live today. Mistake number 1. Holding onto a cut that drags your features down. Long, heavy styles that once felt glamorous but now make your face feel tired or hidden. Or cuts from decades past that no longer reflect the woman you've become. Mistake number 2. Thinking you have to go short because of your age. There is no rule. Your hair doesn't need to be cropped unless you want it to be. Confidence is the only requirement, not length. Mistake number 3. Ignoring your hair's natural texture. Whether it's waves, curls, or sleek straightness, forcing it into something else only leads to frustration. Your hair has changed, yes, but so have you. And maybe the biggest mistake, believing that gray means giving up. When embraced thoughtfully, gray becomes your signature, your silver crown. The fix isn't drastic, it's honest. It's letting go of the trends and expectations that no longer belong to you and replacing them with choices that feel like home. The right cut, the right texture, the right tone, it all starts with asking one simple question: does my hair reflect who I am now or who I used to be? And here's the truth no one says out loud. Letting go of hair that no longer fits you is not about loss, it's about clarity. It's about reclaiming the mirror as a place of truth and trust. So as you move forward, don't be afraid to release what's outdated, not because it was wrong, but because you've simply outgrown it. And what's waiting on the other side is not less beauty, but more authenticity. 7. Your signature style, not what's trendy, but what feels like home. Have you ever thought to yourself, I just want something that works every day without the fuss? That desire isn't a sign of giving up. It's a sign that you've grown wise enough to crave simplicity with soul. That's the beauty of having a signature style. It's not about always looking the same. It's about always feeling like yourself. Your signature look is the one that fits your lifestyle, your face, your energy, so well that it disappears into your day and reappears in your confidence. Maybe it's a soft, low bun that becomes your quiet crown. Maybe it's a tousled pixie that adds spark to your walk. Or maybe it's those gentle waves you wear like a memory, shaped overnight, touched by time, but completely your own. Whatever it is, it becomes your rhythm, your comfort. The way you begin each morning, not with doubt, but with clarity. And it doesn't need to be complicated. The most powerful style routines are the simplest. A cut that grows out gracefully. A parting that flatters your features. A clip, a scarf, a comb-through that takes less than 5 minutes, but feels like a small act of self-respect. This is your invitation to stop reinventing yourself in front of the mirror and start returning to yourself instead. Because when your style fits who you are now, it stops feeling like a mask and starts becoming your message. It tells the world quietly but clearly, this is me, not younger, not trying, just present, just right. And the more often you wear that truth, the more magnetic it becomes. So if you've been chasing what's popular, maybe it's time to pause and ask instead, what makes me feel at peace with myself when I walk out the door? That answer, that feeling, is your signature, and it's far more beautiful than any trend could ever be. 8. The mirror moment, when you finally see yourself again. Have you ever had a moment, quiet, unannounced, when you looked in the mirror and saw not someone older, not someone tired, but someone? True, these moments don't come often, and they don't come from perfection. They come from alignment, when the haircut works with your face, when the texture flows instead of resists. When the morning routine feels like a gentle beginning, not a daily battle. Suddenly, you don't feel like you're chasing youth anymore. You feel like you've come home to yourself. And that's what this whole journey has been leading to. Not the most fashionable styles, not the latest products, but the return to a woman who is deeply at ease with who she's become. You might find her when you're twisting your hair up and noticing how softly the light catches the silver. Or when you stop straightening your waves and realize they frame your smile just right. Or when you run your fingers through your roots and feel pride, not panic. This is the power of hair when it's in harmony with your life. It's not just about what others see. It's about what you finally see again, yourself, present, alive, still growing but no longer proving, no longer needing to ask permission to feel beautiful. And if you've forgotten that woman, if you've missed her, here's your gentle reminder. She's still here, she never left. She was just waiting for the hair to soften, for the pace to slow, for the heart to open. So next time you look in the mirror, don't search for the girl you used to be. Look for the woman you are now. She's not trying to be seen, she already is. And her beauty, it's not behind her. It's right here, unfolding one strand, one smile, one honest reflection at a time. So here we are, at the end of this journey, but perhaps at the beginning of something more personal. Because as we've explored together, this wasn't just about hairstyles. It was about you. About redefining beauty on your own terms, letting go of what no longer serves you, and choosing simplicity not as a fallback, but as a conscious, elegant path forward. We talked about 5-minute styles that add grace to your mornings. We honored heat-free routines that heal rather than harm. We uncovered the power of the right haircut to lift your whole presence, and we embraced texture, not to tame it, but to celebrate it. We let go of outdated habits and invited in something softer, something wiser. And in the end, we remembered that your signature style isn't what others expect. It's what makes you feel quietly powerful in your own skin. If there's one thing I hope you carry with you after watching this video, it's this. Your hair doesn't need to make a statement to be beautiful. It simply needs to reflect who you are today, not yesterday, not a decade ago. But now, in this season of life that holds so much richness, so much presence, and yes, so much possibility, I'd love to know, what city are you watching from? And what's one thing you've discovered or rediscovered about your hair lately? Share it in the comments. I read everyone, and your story might just be the encouragement another woman needs today. And if this video made you feel seen, if it gave you even one small moment of yes, that's me, I invite you to like it, subscribe to the Timeless Wise channel, and tap the little bell so you'll never miss our daily inspirations. We're building a community where women over 60 shine, not in spite of age, but because of it. Thank you for spending this time with me. May your hair reflect your freedom. May your mornings feel lighter. And may you walk through the world each day not trying to look younger, but standing proudly in the fullness of who you are. Because that, my friend, is beauty that time only deepens.